everyone. My name is Lena, and welcome to my Mystic Movement page. We will be discussing everything here that has to do with the modern mystical movement of consciousness that is occurring on our planet and has been for quite some time and will be into the future. We are interested here with the collective awakening of the planet and of the soul's evolution on our journey throughout time and space. I'm your host, and this is my first ever YouTube video that I will be sharing with you, discussing the astrology of our times. I'm going to speak today to the full moon in Sagittarius that we have coming up this Friday. And leading up to that, we have another aspect that is quite powerful I'd like to discuss. It is a conjunction between the Sun and Venus now in Gemini. That conjunction is exact today at 13 degrees of Gemini. And this is a phenomena that has Venus in her shadow. So the Sun is obstructing our view of Venus from Earth. And so Venus is in shadow. Now Venus represents our values, our relationships, our desires, our pleasure. And so now that she is in shadow, everything we have ordinarily found meaningful and pleasurable is now called into question. We don't know what we really want, what we value, what makes a life worth living. What we're being called to do at this time is to stop looking outside of ourselves for fulfillment and to rather turn within. At this time, we're really not able to live our lives as we usually do. We're not able to interact in the same way with circles of friends and with our intimate partners. We're not able to go on dates. We're not able to be out in public without a face mask on. Venus is our appearance as well. And so we are not validated by these external means of satisfaction. So Venus in shadow is really calling us to go within and to bring that awareness of our own innate value to the fore. And this makes me think of a quote of a well-loved teacher that I follow and I studied extensively when I was traveling India a couple months ago. Sri Ramana Maharshi. He is famous for his work, Be As You Are, among others. And he is also famous for having said, your own self-realization is the greatest service you can render the world. So what he means is that you doing that work of self-inquiry to know yourself, to actualize yourself, to validate, see, love, accept, and forgive yourself, that work affects everyone. We don't see it this way in our Western culture. We are a very masculine, patriarchal culture. The Eastern tradition is historically and presently even much more feminine in its approach, in the unity consciousness that pervades. Now, you might argue, understandably from your conditioning, well, how does my meditating and my healing myself affect anybody else except myself? Well, when we understand that we are all connected, we are like cosmic tuning forks, and our energy translates. It is not just the physical action we take in our life that influences those around us. If anything, our energy is the most powerful tool that we have to be used for better or for worse. So by doing this work to feed yourself, to see yourself, to love yourself, to forgive yourself, to heal yourself, you are vibrating at a higher level, and everyone around you, in your family and in your close circle of friends, will feel that, and they will be influenced by that, and they in turn will influence their family and their friends, and soon enough you have a whole community that's vibrating at this higher level of love, compassion, awareness, forgiveness, unity consciousness. And then you have a whole city, a whole region, a whole state, a whole nation that is rising in vibration. So this is what Sri Ramana meant about your self-realization is the greatest gift you can render to humanity. Every external condition, relationship, and security can and will cease one day. The only constant is you. You are the only common denominator in your life. Everything else is transient. Do you see how important this is? If we do not do this inner work now, when? When will we come to love and accept ourselves as we are, to heal those wounds? We are confronting ourselves at this time. With the South Node in Sagittarius, we are being pressed to let go of old, worn-out beliefs that no longer serve us. Perhaps we are realizing how much we need others, and we are reevaluating our common held belief of independence that we so long took for granted. Or perhaps we are being called to be of service to others in our community in a way that is giving us a newfound sense of responsibility. Sagittarius refers to truth, wisdom, and expansion. All over the world, people are fighting for justice. They are fighting for the truth to be served. And yet, this is not my truth over your truth, or his truth over her truth. There is only one truth. The South Node in Sagittarius is asking us to let go of religious and political dogma and to awaken so that we can realize the cultural diversity of the community is not contrary to the existence of one universal truth. Yes, we may have various perspectives and opinions, but there is only one truth and one natural law. This is what unites us in our shared human experience. Right now, we can't see the forest for the trees. And this is an expression that means we can't see the greater picture because of all the unique stories and details and perspectives that are in front of us right now. So at this full moon, I want to call us into a deeper awareness of ourselves and our divine feminine energy. Just like the yin and yang, we have the light of the masculine, we have that externally motivated force of our will to action. It's about accomplishing results, that's about achieving ends, that's about, to a certain extent, getting and spending and building and acquiring and dissecting and analyzing everything in the external world. But let's remember the yin to the yang. Let's remember that dark to the light, the night to the day. That there is a whole other aspect to life that is unseen, that cannot be held under a microscope, that cannot be analyzed and dissected and manipulated, or even held within our hands. We cannot buy it. We cannot give it if we don't have it. We can only share it as we experience it at a feeling level, at a deep feeling level. This is the feminine at work in our lives right now. And many of us are having profound feelings and feeling this righteousness with reason. But let's not vent this righteousness outward in a destructive pattern that will only lead to more pain in the future. Let's take this mutable fire energy of the full moon in Sagittarius and let's use it to transform ourselves from the inside out. Let's become our own cosmic tuning fork that will vibrate at a level of compassion, forgiveness, unity, understanding, peace, and equanimity. We have this power. We are so powerful, co-creators of our shared human destiny. We have an opportunity at this time to not run from the past or grasp for a future that we're not even sure what we want. We have this time here now, in the present moment, to truly go within and to let go of those self-limiting beliefs that are no longer serving us, and to plant a new seed within our hearts, can grow with our awareness into the enlightened consciousness of compassion, of unity, of understanding that we are here on Mother Earth, Gaia, united under one truth. There is much we can't control, but one thing we can transform is our own heart and mind. If we must fight, let's fight for something. In order to know the worthy cause, we must turn within. Let our voices sing the truth we feel so that together we can begin. Namaste, everyone. Aloha. Thank you for listening. Be the tuning fork that can change the world.